Hey folks, and welcome back to some more Genshin Impact. On our last episode, we had departed from Sumeru to then eventually arrive at the Hydro Nation of Fontaine, of which we soon stumbled upon the Hydro Archon herself, Furina, or otherwise known as Fossilor, home of which decided to try and take us to court. But thankfully to Lenny's intervention, we had managed to be saved from that whole ordeal for now. So, with that wee tidbit in mind, let us continue heads forth and actually distribute some of these magic pockets to the nearby residents. But before we do that, let's actually read aloud their description. Also, please don't judge my privilege M count. I know I'm broke. Anyway, a Lenny-style magic item that can not only be extremely useful for magic shows, but also has powerful storage capabilities to help the people of Fontaine cope with the prophecy crisis. Okay, so that was also another thing we had learned about. The prophecy itself of the sinners will make Fontaine drown and that the Hydro Archon will be left alone, or something along those lines. But yeah, that has not been updated as well, fair enough, but... Okay, so let's distribute some of these magic pockets, or as I like to call them, bags of holding.
So you're the blonde traveler that everyone's been talking about. My apologies for not recognizing you earlier.
I mean, there could be several blonde travelers out there. I mean, fair enough, because, you know, other people could be traveling to other nations, and they could be blonde. So I don't really fault you for that. Although maybe Paimon would have given it away, though, if they are a part of the description. Anyway, take this bag of holding.
Oh, a magic pocket? Seems you really thought of everything. I guess it's better to prepare for the worst and hope for the best. Thanks. Please, also thank the magician on my behalf when you get the chance.
Aye. Will do, will do. Do you have anything else to say, Atine?
But where would I move to? Snezhnaya? Liyue?
How about Sumeru? Anyway. Ageru?
What's this? So you also believe in the prophecy. Keep it. I won't have any use for it.
What? You mean you don't believe in the prophecy?
No, I believe in the prophecy. But I also believe in another story.
Oh?
The story says that people once lived in the ocean. They were one with the ocean and couldn't live apart from it. But as time wore on, people desired to live on land and developed blood vessels, encapsulating the sea within their bodies. Thus could people set foot on land.
I mean, the human body is mostly made out of water, right? So, you know, it's not too far-fetched, is it?
So, if you ask me, when the water rises and takes us all, it'll be like we're going home.
Oh, we hadn't heard that one before. But people can't live underwater. They'll die. You should probably still take it.
All right, I'll take it. I guess I just feel that being dissolved into the water doesn't necessarily mean death.
I don't think you'll be dissolved, buddy. I think you'll drown.
What do you think? Pretty interesting story, huh?
Oh, so what the heck is this thing? Yo, they have robots? I mean, I guess I would know because of the artifact domain, but I didn't realize they would have been a part of the nation. Let's go back to the Traveler. Hello there, Missy. Galafi.
Huh? I don't want that thing. Way I see it, if the prophecy's true, it's still gonna be a long time before the water can cover everything.
I mean, wouldn't it be better to be prepared in advance by at least having a magic pocket, though, for when the time comes? So then you could at least stow away your goods and not be scrounging around.
Life is all about living in the moment. What use is there in worrying about the future all the time? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
You should still take it. You never know when it'll come in handy.
Yeah, it could be good for the groceries.
Oh, all right, fine. Thanks. It's just that if I start moving, that means I've already given up on the life I have now. I'd really rather not.
I mean, you don't need to use the bag immediately for moving, right? Like, you could just use it as an everyday item until that point. Like, we're not trying to evict you, at least not for now.
I really can't imagine what it would be like if things changed.
Alright. Come here, Linny.
Oh? You already handed out all of the magic pockets? That was fast. So, what did people have to say? I bet you heard some, interesting opinions.
Many are quite stubborn. I mean, 2 out of 3 were.
Yes, but that will change once disaster strikes. I know they'll change their minds, so it's only right to help them prepare.
If disaster strikes.
Is there anything else you need to do before we leave?
Yes, one last thing. I have the magic pockets made by a workshop in the court of Fontaine. Since we're out and about, I was thinking about bringing him some more materials.
So, you want to collect materials? Just tell us what the materials look like and we'll help. Many hands make light work.
Sides! Everybody needs a bag of holding. Man, I would love to have one of those in real life, though. It would be so useful.
Oh, that would be much appreciated. We'll need some Romaritime flowers. I remember seeing them near the waterfront on the east side of the harbor.
Although it'd be predominantly useful for things like groceries. But right, so I'm guessing it's an update? Yeah. So I guess if we do this, just to skip the whole elevate, never mind. I was thinking I was being a bit smart. Turns out I was the opposite. It was literally ground level. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes the utmost sense. What am I doing, eh?
It seems we have to use Hydro to collect for maritime flowers.
Wow. Wait, this is what the skill looks like? Oh my golly gee. That is so goofy. That is going to be abhorrent. Honestly, the tap one will probably be better for my purposes at times, but... I mean, it's a cool looking animation with the water jet, but dang. Well, one, the cooldown's awfully long, and two... I can just imagine the damage being abhorrent. Honestly, using your free Barbara to navigate this station would probably be better because just a normal attacks and like Hydro, right? Anyway, hello there, Lynette.
You made quick work of that. I can tell you're an experienced traveler. I've also finished collecting a few here. Maybe next time you'll feel like helping too, Lynette.
No way. I'm in power-saving mode today. Otherwise, I fear I may not have any energy left for the performance at the Opera House.
Power saving mode? Are you not like a real cat girl?
Fine. Though the performance is still a long way off. Now that we're finished here, we should get ready to head back to the court of Fontaine.
Well, I hope she's not a literal automaton. I hope that she's just like an actual cat girl, right? I know that could just be her just phrasing it in her own way, though. That could also just be her being a bit quirky.
So, we're going to the court of Fontaine before we head to the Opera House? Good. Paimon wants a tour of Fontaine's largest city and try...
Fair enough. They weren't having any of it.
Wait, shh. Have you noticed that person over there? The young girl.
Huh? What's wrong with her? Paimon didn't notice anything.
She's obviously a thief.
Oh, are they gonna try and pilfer stuff?
Magicians and thieves practice similar methods. We divert attention, and a distracted audience is one that won't discover what you're really doing. Watch her movements carefully.
Oh, he's right!
Shh, keep your voice down. We need to think of a way to catch her, but it seems she's very alert. Perhaps we should split up. You two can ride the lift over there and wait up top. I bet that'll be her escape route if she tries to run.
Oh, so this is a way to just kind of make you go get the hydropower if you didn't do what I do. Better leave it to me.
All right, let's go.
To be fair, I still wasn't expecting on dodging the event flag, though. Like, I just somehow avoided it.
This is the spot where Lenny wanted us to wait.
Oh, hello there, Missy.
Oh, look! Isn't that her?
Time to make the arrest! Justice for the Hydro Archon!
Oh no! Did she notice us? She started running the other direction! What should we do? Should we chase her?
It's not like she could get very far, though. The rest is up to Lenny.
You're right. She might also be trying to lure us away.
You two wait, but there's no sign of the thief.
Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Lenny caught the thief.
Seems there's no reason for us to stay here. Let's go find Lenny.
Yeah, let's go.
Right, let's see what this is all about. Oh, hello there, Zatra. You just kind of phased into existence. A doggo! We still cannot pet the dogs, though. We cannot... these hands, they never pet anything! Ugh! It only took an hour's walk around this place. The time left could be used too. There, you! Away there! I'm planning my itinerary. Before I arrived at Fontaine, I did have a plan ready, but I just met with a nice person named Therese, and it seems that I will now have to make some adjustments. You see, there's an art to even set up a tour itinerary. It must be fresh and innovative, but it also needs to be rigorously managed. I needed to adapt to the situation on the ground. Now that I think about it, even filling out a form has gained an element of fun. Oh, what a nerd! No, I shan't bother you further then. It's no issue, I was just starting my travel plans, that's all. Okay. Oh, NPCs are a dozen. I'll only occasionally talk to them, I think. Anyway, down we go! Dang! This elevator lasts longer than the Skell! Wow. It really is a long way down. Huh. You know, it would have just been faster just to plunge attack down. Man. Your name is Baguette! Hello! Wait, that's a... it's a taco! Hello there, Baguette! Woof, woof. Good doggy, good doggy. Woof, woof. Alright, I shan't disturb you further. Woof, woof. Wait, do you have anything to do with this doggo?
The dog was this quiet.
Good girl, Baguette. Good girl, sure. Might tell me about your dog. Our Baguette is an earnest girl who's dedicated to her work. I'm most fond of her. She's got a truly keen sense of smell, and she can sniff out all manner of contraband and prohibited items. No human inspector could beat her in that regard, but Baguette is tireless at work and just as tireless when it comes to tearing the house down. If only she could be at this peace at home. What are you busy with? Oh, sorry, I'm just really tired right now. Didn't notice you there. Very few people talk to me at work in any case since cargo inspection doesn't really involve the crew. As you can see, that's what I'm doing. Though in practice, the only one inspecting things is my dog, Baguette. I'm just here to take care of her in turn. Okay, I'll leave you to it then, buddy old pal. Wait, are they up? No, they're up here, right? Don't tell me that I just... No! You know, I'm just gonna teleport. Were they at the statue or something? No. Yeah, what? Oh, they were over here. Wait, what? Oh, let's just call the left. Huh, okay.
Are you sure that's all she took? You should check to make sure you're not missing anything else.
No, that was all. Oh, I can't thank you enough. I didn't notice a thing earlier. Anyway, I should be going now. Thanks again.
Oh, were you returning what the thief had stolen?
That's right. Pity I wasn't able to catch her. She distracted me by dropping the thing she stole on the ground. By the time I looked back, she was already gone.
I saw the general direction she went, but Lenny twisted his ankle, and I needed to make sure he was okay.
Oh, you wee klutz.
Oh, did you get hurt, Lenny?
I'll be all right. It's just a twisted ankle, that's all. In fact, it's feeling better already.
If you want to play at being a hero, at least try not to get hurt doing it. Imagine what would happen if you managed to derail our performance as a result.
You're right. Sorry, Lynette. I have to admit that the thief was even more skilled than I had anticipated. But at least we were able to get the stolen items back, so it wasn't a complete failure.
What a slippery little thief. Guess things turned out all right in the end, though. Lenny's initiative paid off.
All right, let's put this little detour behind us. We should go to the court of Fontaine now.
Yes. No more filler, right? Right, the aqua bus. There's a bus? Oh wait, no, it's higher. Oh, I was about to do a silly belly thing again. Oh. Oh, it's only day. Okay.
So, we ride this thing to go into the city? What an ingenious way to get around. People in Fontaine really know how to use water.
Well, they're kind of the nation of water, ain't they? Like, it's the Hydro Nation. Like, well, oh yes! The water is made of water. Like, I mean, what else are they gonna do? Walk on it?
This is an aqua bus. It allows people to travel between several key locations around Fontaine. It's pretty convenient, but the ride can become a little dull after a while. The scenery is always the same. That's why it's better to travel with friends.
So you mean it's still boring even when I'm riding with you?
Dang.
No, that's not what I meant. It's just that, well, you don't really talk that much. Besides, it doesn't really feel like a real trip when it's just the two of us. It's the same as being at home.
Whatever.
Guess that's what it's like to be an older brother.
It's about time for us to leave. Let's get on board.
I guess we've got another traveler on board, huh?
Huh?
Hey there, Charlotte!
What? Traveler! Paimon!
Charlotte!
I was just gonna say, that was an event I did off screen.
I never guessed I'd bump into you while riding the aqua bus. In the story of my life, this is big news.
Yeah.
What are you doing in Fontaine? I didn't hear anything about you paying us a visit.
That whole commotion that went on, you didn't hear anything about it either?
Yeah, it's quite the coincidence. But as travelers, we're always on the move. It's not surprising that nobody knew we were coming.
Also, dang, the text auto scrolls at times.
Though we still have no idea how the Hydro Archon knew about us. Oh, let Paimon introduce you to our new friends.
Oh, no need for introductions, Paimon. I would recognize the great magician Lenny and his assistant Lynette anywhere. I wouldn't be much of a reporter if I didn't know who they were. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Charlotte, a reporter for the Steambird.
Nice to meet you. From the Steambird, huh? We've often relied on your paper to promote our performances.
It's an honor to meet you.
Now that everyone knows each other, Fontaine suddenly doesn't feel like such an unfamiliar place.
Yeah, we've already met a few friendly faces.
So, what have you been up to lately, Charlotte? Any big news?
Not too much. When there isn't any breaking news, I mainly cover the trials at the Opera House. You could still manage to keep readers' attention as long as you tell things from a clever enough angle, even if it's the same old topics. For example, reporting on how a scammer once deceived vulnerable girls into relationships, or how a financial criminal was once so poor that they ate a single piece of bread for 5 days.
That would definitely get my attention.
You're right. Seems you know me pretty well. What I'm really after is exclusive, sensational news pieces that could shake the country. These smaller stories are a waste of my talents. Oh, I just remembered. I've been following a case lately. Well, a series of cases, actually.
You mean the serial disappearances of young women case?
That's right. These stories are the talk of the town right now, and it's probably the most mysterious case we've ever seen. If I'm the first with a draft ready to publish when the case is finally cracked, and it's the headline story in the Steambird, oh, when that happens, I bet all the other reporters will shed tears of envy. I've already gathered all kinds of materials. I just can't wait for the truth to be revealed.
So, what is the serial disappearances of young women case? You mean the culprit hasn't been found?
That's right. The first missing girl case happened almost 20 years ago. And ever since, after a period of time, another girl disappears. What the cases have in common is that the girls are all of a similar age, and that they've all vanished without a trace.
Well, let's hope there's no white van involved.
But the scariest part is that to this day, none of the girls have ever been found.
Oh, okay.
Many suspects have been arrested over the years in connection with this case, but shortly after each arrest, another disappearance would always happen.
Maybe there are copycat criminals?
Yes, it's possible. But either way, I believe that every case has some precise truth behind it, waiting to be exposed.
Yes, I agree. And at the very least, the family of those missing girls deserves some sort of explanation. I just imagined for a second what I would do if Lynette were to suddenly disappear. I'd pay any price to get her back, and then find a way to track down the culprit.
Please don't imagine that, Lenny.
Continue talking on the Echo Bus, and before you know it, you are arriving at your destination. Oh, wow.
Hey, we're almost there! Look!
Dang!
Well, I really enjoyed chatting with you. Life should be full of pleasant little surprises like this.
Yeah, us as well. The ride went by too quickly.
So, I wonder if you hadn't done the event with Kirara and Charlotte, if Charlotte wouldn't recognize you in any shape or form. I do wonder if there'd be a minute difference between that there. Because, while I did do the event, honestly, one of the reasons why I didn't record it is I just kind of wanted to faff about of other things. And I just kind of wanted to chill. I mean, I didn't even record the summer event this time, although that's more because I was just kind of ill. I did still end up finishing it though. There was some enjoyment detracted from it doing it while ill, but I just wanted it done, and that was on the last day of the event as well, so it's not like I could have waited. I ended up putting up Genshin before 4.0 came out, and I was like, oh, the event is one day, well, I want some goodies. Where the Primo Gems went from the event? I wrote a little bit on this patch's weapon banner to get some more Favonius weapons. The banner is really good for Favonius, and my petty was at 0 anyway, so I had figured that I may as well just try and get some Favonius weapons before I inevitably rolled on Furina's banner in the future, because I am going to be rolling for, well, her, and hopefully, by extension, her weapon. But, yeah. There's only been a couple of Samara events that we didn't record, though, as far as the main ones being the Charlotte one, which is just really just a recap event. It just kind of recaps some of the stuff that happened in the nation. It was still fun. It was just nothing too major. And then, while I did enjoy the summer event of this year, well, of what I could enjoy while I was being ill, I'm still a little bit feverish, though, but I just want to do more of this anyway. Really? I'd say it was alright. I liked the prior year's Golden Archipelago quite a bit more, but it was still good nonetheless. I don't have any complaints.
Oh, I have an interview to get to. I should get going before I'm late.
Okay, Paimon hopes we can chat again soon, Charlotte. See ya!
I think all I could just safely say is that Mondstadt events still haven't missed for me, right? Like, in spite of everything else.
Bye now. Oh, be sure to stop by and see me at the Steambird when you have time.
Anyway, toodaloo.
What a tough job. Always running around and interviewing everyone. Well, where should we go now?
Now that we've also gotten a good look at how Fontaine visions look, though, the decor on them is pretty regal, and it does reference waves a bit too. I actually think that's real neat.
If you don't mind, how about we stop by my home first? Besides, I still have all the materials we collected.
Sure, we wouldn't mind at all. This city is so huge, Paimon wouldn't know where to start anyway.
But right. Oh. Wow. Okay. The architecture of this nation, too. Dang. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And that was just the introduction to Fontaine. Like, I mean, it was a pretty lengthy one. To be fair, again, we did kind of off track. But anyway, after a brisk meeting with the Hydro Archon, you decide to, at Linny's invitation, attend his and Lynette's premiere magic performance at the Opera House. The Adventure XP feels a bit generous, though. I'm going to guess that in the Adventure Handbook, if we look at the guide, do we get this? No. It's just... Oh, it's the act of clearing it. Yeah. Wow. Oh, another one of those robot guys. Oh, this is one that I've actually fought in one of the artifact domains. Or the only artifact domain of Fontaine, actually. Interesting. Snack shop? The tastiest food in the world, eh? Get in here. Come on, dear friend. Would you like some? Do you have a menu? Over here, dear. Take your time reading it. Tell me what you like whenever you'd like. Oh, I need this. Awesome fish and chips? Yo! I'm from the UK! That's like one of our popular takeouts. Fontaine, I see what you did there. Delicious fish and chips. Pâte de fruit. A garlic baguette, huh? Oh, I'm a big fan of garlic myself. You know, I probably should be doing this because my Mora is fairly limited. But, you know, I'll take your recipes. Imagine you went to a well-famed restaurant and they just sell you the recipes for a small amount. As also tempting as it was to chat with those youngins, I really want to see more of the main story for now. It's up there. Oh, I got a moment. We'll do navigation for a different means then. There we go.
This is our current abode.
Oh, let's see your little abode.
Ah, Fremine, you're home. Where did everyone else go? I have some new friends that I would like to introduce.
From an A, hey?
Oh, they all just went out a moment ago.
Oh, you're cute too! All the designs here are fantastic, and only Charlotte has detached sleeves so far. We're breaking conventional Hoyoverse designs of the females so far. I mean, I know Fremine is not a female, but it's just Corinne didn't have detached sleeves, at least from what I could tell with the mantle on. But even then, Furina didn't. When Lynette doesn't either. So it's just we're breaking convention here.
I see. Everyone is getting busier now that Father will be returning soon. I suppose that can't be helped. Allow me to introduce you to my little brother, Fremine. He is a phenomenal diver.
Oh, he's one of your siblings too?
Hello.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. Oh, you sound very proud to have a diver as a brother, Linny.
Yeah, what a talented family.
Linny, could you come here for a moment?
What is it, Fremine? Do you have something to tell me?
It's alright, you go ahead.
Okay, I see.
Is everything all right?
Oh, it's nothing. We were just discussing a little housework. Sorry for the interruption. Oh, before I forget, the Traveler and I collected more materials to make magic pockets. Were you able to get any, Fremine?
Yes, I went diving and gathered lots of materials. I was about to give them to you.
That's our Fremine, always quick with the underwater work. All right, I'll take these to the workshop.
Oh, it's raining.
Looks like rain.
Oh, you're right. But wasn't it clear and sunny just a moment ago? Fontaine's weather sure is weird.
I'm afraid that's just how it is here. It often rains on days where there are trials being held in the Opera House, but don't worry, it'll clear up soon enough.
What's wrong, Fremine?
There's a legend about the rain that I tend to believe.
Oh, and this track is awfully bonny too.
It's said that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Though we don't know where the dragon went, every time it weeps, the skies will cloud up and pour out rain. When I was a child, my mother told me that if I wanted to go outside and play, I should yell toward the sky at the top of my lungs. Hydro Dragon! Hydro Dragon! Don't cry!
Could the Hydro Dragon be the elemental dragon of Fontaine?
If it's an elemental dragon, then having the power to make it rain wouldn't be very unusual. Let Paimon try something. Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
Doesn't seem to be of any use. It is just a legend after all.
You know, you might be a more popular magician if you understood the concept of romanticism. Or could at least play along.
But of course.
Sorry. It might be because we've never met the Hydro Dragon. Perhaps it can't be comforted by the words of strangers.
After some time, the rain stops.
It rained for longer than I suspected. Oh, it's already getting late.
Was there something you needed to do, Linny?
Yeah, some preparations for the show at the Opera House. I need to find a way to catch the last aqua bus of the day. On the day of the performance, just ride the aqua bus to the island of Aeneas. I'll have Lynette meet you at the fountain in front of the Opera House.
See you at the performance.
Oh, are you leaving now?
What is it, Fremine? I'm in a hurry. Oh, I get it. You feel nervous delivering the materials for the magic pockets, is that it? Perhaps we could trouble the Traveler to help us take these materials to the Beaumont workshop and deliver them to the owner there? I'm afraid that Fremine can be quite introverted, and the boss there tends to be pretty talkative. Fremine has always been a little afraid of her.
No trouble at all. Don't worry, we're on the case.
Sorry for the inconvenience. I'm quite useless when it comes to such tasks. I'll think of a way to make it up to you.
Oh, no need. This will be a walk in the park for us.
Oh. Let's have a little geek-see at these materials. In order to cope with the prophecy crisis, it can't hurt to make more magic pockets. This bag full of materials is a sincere gesture of goodwill from you, Linny, Fremine, and everybody else. So, if we go to the quest, did it change or not? No. Honestly, maybe it's just my habit from Star Rail getting in. Because I know with Star Rail they update it. Oh golly, I need to find that thingamahoo's it. The Statue of the Seven. Oh, another Melusine.
The tea
so
here
cute.
just keeps getting more bitter.
Oh, esteemed Ludex, the life of a small person truly is difficult. Keep your chin up. Yeah, just give me a moment to drink a cup of tea first and I'll... Oh, a cup of tea, eh? A nice sweet cuppa. Are you alright? Thank you, kind sir. Would you be willing to hear our Melusine's troubles? Perhaps I'm at fault for having been too enthusiastic about interrogating, or rather integrating into human life. But I've gradually found that there are a lot of different things to adapt to. Humans use such large things in their daily lives. Take gloves, for example. Sure, we could just buy a shirt and use it as a dress too, but we still need to get the cuffs tailored. And if we want to rent an apartment, we can only buy children's furniture, and even then I have to step on a stool to reach the windows. If only I had a body like Seguin's, or maybe I should just go into water. Don't do anything rash, alright? Huh? Oh, don't misunderstand, there's no need to worry. In any case, we Melusines are excellent in the water. When I say underwater, I'm referring to the place where Seguin works. She's a companion of ours, but she looks more like a human. She welcomes friends from the Merchosse Phantom to drink tea with her in her infirmary, but she's against us working there for a long time, unless we want to switch to work of a more medical bent. That's because many of those underwater have been sent there by Merchosse Phantom, so they probably wouldn't want to see uniformed Melusines. Is it too late for me to change jobs? It's never too late to start. Wow, spoken just like a Monsieur... just like Monsieur Nivelette. It's just like that with my hands and eyes. There's a lot of human work that I can't do. In terms of ability, I'm more suited to the work at Merchosse Phantom. Everyone has their strengths to utilize the duties to perform. I guess that is probably the odd in life. Oh, God. Oh, it's a talent book! Oh, neat. Not that it'll be significant getting just one blue, but it's swell nonetheless. It's like a, you know, a preview, a little nugget, if you will. So it's above? Interesting. Anyway, hello? Ma'am?
Hello? Is there anyone
hello there. New customers? Looking to buy, or do you need something made? Or perhaps you're just looking for a chat with me.
Oh, nice goggles, though.
Oh no, we're just here to deliver some materials. Here they are. They're for making... what were they called again?
Bag of holding. No, magic pockets.
Ah, these must be for magic pockets. I could tell right away. I've already made several orders worth now.
Do we need to pay?
No need. They've already prepaid several batches worth. When they told me what they'd be using them for, I even offered them a discount. But they insisted on paying the full amount, saying that I had a business to run. It seems both their hearts and their pockets are made of gold.
Whoa. So, is Lenny actually loaded?
Probably has more on his person than I do right now.
I can't say for sure, but who knows? Maybe there's good money to be made being a magician in Fontaine.
Hey! Is this machine what you use to make stuff here? It looks really advanced.
Why use your hands when a machine can do the work? It would be a waste not to use the latest technology, and wasting is a kind of crime.
But where does a big machine like that get its power from?
Well, it's a little complicated. I'm not sure I can put it in layman's terms for you. But basically, everything we usually use here in the city is powered by indemnitium. It's a type of energy that's produced from trials.
Huh? Wait, what? The quartz a power source?
Huh? How can trials produce energy?
What?
Well, I'm not completely sure of all the details myself, but basically...
We feed on your tears for technology. No, I'm joking.
When a trial is in session, the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale harvests people's belief in justice and converts it into energy to be used all around Fontaine.
Can you say that again? Oh, the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale. I can't French. I can't.
So that's what its other function is? Paimon heard that the Oratrice was created by the Archon to make judgments. But Paimon still doesn't get it. How could something unreliable like people's beliefs be turned into a stable power source for these machines?
Well, Venti and Nahida both said the gods rely on belief to obtain power.
Oh, yeah! So that means the Hydro Archon relies on the machine to take the energy created by belief and turn it into power for all of Fontaine, right?
Even though I've never heard anyone really put it that way before, it sounds like it makes sense. Besides indemnitium, we have another type of energy called pneumosia. It isn't produced by the power of the Archon, but it is unstable by nature. Even now, it still cannot be widely used by civilians.
I thought I'd find you hard at work, but here you are chatting the day away. Since you're already talking, I'm sure you wouldn't mind a few words with me.
You again? Didn't I already promise you that I'd have the more I owe to Confrérie of Cabriere by next month? Why are you hounding me now?
Yeah, but how do we know that you won't go running off by the end of this month? I want 50% today. Wait, no, 70%.
Huh? You...
Seems business isn't so great for the workshop. We've already finished our job and delivered the materials. Maybe now's a good time to leave?
Yeah, it sounds like a usual case of someone owing somebody else money.
Hey, hold on. Before you go around trying to collect payments, why don't you settle your own debts first?
Wait, what? Child is here? Hello there, buddy!
If Confrérie of Cabriere wants to poach clients from Northland Bank, that's fine. But I'm afraid you still owe the bank a hefty sum of mora. So why don't we work things out between us first, before you get back to your little conversation here?
You're from Northland Bank. But we said we'll pay everything we owe next month. Why are you hounding me now?
Man, pot kettle, huh?
Traveler, Paimon! I didn't think I'd run into you here in Fontaine. What are the chances?
We're surprised surprised to see you too. What are you doing here in Fontaine? You didn't want to stay in Snezhnaya?
Fontaine really is a curious place.
Long story short, I've already been in Fontaine for some time now, and honestly, things have been pretty boring. But it seems that fate brought our paths together today. Not only will I have some good friends here now, but ones who always seem to find trouble. Either way you look at it, it seems things are going to get a lot more interesting now.
Pretty sure we'd want to avoid anything that you'd find interesting. Besides, our trip here has gone pretty well so far. Right, Traveler?
I mean, I don't mind a little excitement every now and then.
Hey, you, Northland Bank boy. Aren't you forgetting something?
Don't interrupt. It's not often I run into the Traveler like this. Why don't you wait for me over there for a while?
You kidding? Aren't you the one looking for us? You really expect us to sit and twiddle our thumbs while you catch up with your friends? Listen to me, boy. If you want your Mora, fine. Why don't you come and take it?
I wouldn't provoke him. Why is someone trying to join my world? Dealer, not now.
Hey, I just said not to interrupt. Oh, by the way, Traveler, the last time I took Tonya and Tusser ice fishing, Tusser said,
Hey! That's way over the line! All right, boys, let's see who has to pay up now!
Can you at least let me finish one sentence? Fine. Though the bank told me not to get rough with our clients.
I mean, they're kind of asking for it, though.
You're the ones who started it. This is an act of self-defense. You two will have to be my witnesses, okay?
Go ahead. They're all yours.
I'm sure this won't take long.
Yeah, they'll just get completely swept off their feet. Oh, you even get play some. Oh, cool.
Riptide.
You know what? We'll give you the final touch. Hang on a moment, buddy. You get the melee burst.
Shouldn't let your guard down.
There we go.
What's your deal, Brad? How are you so strong if you're just a staffer from Snezhnaya's Northland Bank? Wait, don't tell me you're...
Oh, now you notice. It's a little late, don't you think? Just make sure you understand that you don't mess with Northland Bank. Got it? Huh?
Now's my chance!
Okay.
Huh. That was weird.
Did Birida just seal your vision? What just happened?
I'm not sure. It's as if I suddenly lost control of my hydro powers when I needed them. Maybe there's something wrong with my vision?
Strange. How could that happen? First time Paimon's ever heard of someone losing control of their vision.
Never mind. It doesn't matter. If I want to stay sharp, I shouldn't be relying too much on my vision anyway. Besides, I always have my delusion in case I need it.
I don't have a vision, so don't ask me.
So what are you doing in Fontaine, child? And don't say it's work for Northland Bank.
Well, I guess it's because I've been in a bad mood lately.
Huh? What kind of reason is that? Wait, since when do you feel down about anything?
Okay, that's a bit presumptuous, Paimon. We only talk to him now and then.
I don't know. Maybe I still have a lot to learn about myself. But recently, there seems to be some sort of restless power stirring inside of me. And I don't know why, but every now and then I feel like I'm in a terrible mood.
Maybe you losing control of your vision just now is connected with that power you're feeling inside.
That is a possibility.
Do you have any idea where it came from? Ah, yes, we might get another child variant. Then again, this game hasn't done any variants on the characters so far, which I'm honestly thankful for. Like, there's not, oh, here's a summer Zhongli who is a animal unit or something, right? Like, at least that doesn't exist. Closest would be, I mean, I know Honkai Epic just kind of sells itself on variants, i.e. battle suits. And, well, Star Rails just started with a variant, but that's more like a story-related power-up that they're also selling as a separate unit. So, you know, without going too deep into it, I'm honestly mixed about it, because it's like, well, I know the Impact Bird did that, but doesn't mean I have to agree with it, but at the same time, they're also a business, so... Well, business is business, I'm afraid. And at least they don't sell you Hydro Traveler, for example, in this game. I mean, that would just be creating the new Dia. Oh, gosh. Oh, it really isn't bad. I just don't see Hydro Traveler being good. Maybe I'm just being a bit doom and gloom all too soon, but it's just like we have so many good Hydro units as is. But anyway.
I can't remember if I ever mentioned it before, but when I was 14, I fell into some unknown abyss.
Ah yes, some lore about Ajax, aka his real name.
It was during that time I learned nearly all of my abilities. The one who took me under her wing and taught me was named Skirk. She was always quiet and very mysterious. Nobody knew where she came from or what she had been through, and she was always very strict when teaching me combat techniques. One time, I asked her why she was willing to take me on as an apprentice. From what I could make of her answer, it was because I had awakened it, and traces of it remained on me. She said that all my combat training would be useful in the future.
But what is it? What did you awaken?
She never explained that. But my guess is that it's related to a dream I saw when I had just fallen into that abyss. In my dream, I was in the deepest depths of the sea, and the boundless seabed was all around me. But in front of me appeared a whale that was so massive, I felt like I couldn't breathe.
A whale? Oh, that sounds familiar! When we fought against you before, you summoned a huge whale that seemed to leap at us. Is that the one?
That's just an abstract form of a whale that I create using my elemental powers. It takes that shape because the scene I dreamt of the whale has always been stuck in my mind. I'll never forget it.
So you used the whale as inspiration for one of your moves? Huh. Seems a little twisted to Paimon.
It's very possible that the power inside you is connected to your instant in the abyss.
So why don't you just go ask your master? Maybe she knows the answer.
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced there, I've never stopped searching for Master Skirk and that unknown abyss.
Can I also just say it's actually nice that they're finally following through with some of Child's lore, because it also goes to show that they're actually at least attempting to do more show and not only tell with certain things. Well, I definitely understand it for deific entities that want to retire, like Zhongli. We aren't ever going to see his glory days again, right? Like, that's it, right? Like, that was past. That was just to serve as world building, right? For ongoing tales of someone like Child, it's nice that we're finally getting some continuation with it. While it is neat that they also threw an introductory thing if you weren't someone who had read the lore there. I think it's just neat that they're going on with it. While it is, again, something that's to be expected, it's a relative, like, basic principle in a lot of games, some titles do tend to forget about it, and also, it's just nice that they're following through with it. I mean, we had more follow-up with Kaya, for example, and now we're getting more with Child, and while they're both Abyss-related, it's still neat that it's there nonetheless, right? And I hope that we get that with various other characters that may require it to, in a sense, to fully resolve their tales. Do I expect that with every 4-star, every 5-star? Not really. Some are just your normal people, right? Like, For example, I don't expect like a massive lore drop with someone like Sayu. But if it happened, it would be cool. But for someone like, say, Kokomi, I would have expected that, you know, things like Inkanomiya and what have you. It all just depends. And since Child's a Harbinger who also has connections to the Abyss, then that also just makes it all the more worthwhile to delve into. It also helps that he's a very popular character, but I think it's more pertaining to that as the tale that I'm more so invested in. I do quite like his character too. The unit is fine. I'm not too big on national teams though, so that's why I don't use him all too much. That is his main team after all. But I do still find it fun to chum along out now and then.
But it's been years now, and I've still found nothing. There isn't even a trace of the place where I remember falling into the abyss.
Oh, it sounds like some kind of ghost story.
Yeah, I'm out of leads at this point, but there's nothing more I can do. It seems that strange encounters in this world tend to be elusive like that.
Although I do wonder if we're ever going to be able to fully explore the Abyss at some point. I hope so.
Oh, seems the time really flies when I'm talking with you. I just remembered I have somewhere else I need to be, so I should get going.
What? More work for the Northland Bank?
No, it's more of a personal appointment. Lately, I've been sparring with some of Fontaine's official champion duelists whenever I'm feeling bored.
Oh!
Official champion duelists? You mean it's their job to duel?
Well, I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory.
Yep, in Fontaine, before a criminal goes to court, they're given one chance to defend their honor by requesting a duel with an official champion duelist. The champion duelists are all-powerful fighters selected from among the nation's best, and the duel itself is a no-holds-barred fight with no specified stopping point. So engaging in such a duel is regarded as a symbol of defending your honor. If a criminal manages to win the duel, they'll be acquitted. But if they lose, they'll have no choice but to stand trial. And the worst-case scenario is that you're simply killed in the duel.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess it was no holds barred, but dang.
Though it's rumored that Fontaine has a death penalty, from what I can tell, no one has ever been officially sentenced to death.
Interesting. That could also have to do with the whole sinner thing, huh? Because none of the sinners are ever dealt with. Fully, I mean.
So really, the only people who opt to duel are those who have suffered a grave injustice in being accused, or those who greatly value their honor. Otherwise, why gamble with your life?
So, do many people actually get out of their trials by winning the duel?
Well, I would say many.
Apparently, it's exceedingly rare for anyone to actually win. Fontaine probably enacted this system as a way to show that the nation respects the honor of its citizens.
Because, I mean, if they were champion duelists, right? Well, if they were just getting jobbered by civilians left and right, then it would kind of defeat the point, and it would just be a get-out-of-jail-free card.
Besides, none of the champion duelists are to be trifled with, which is exactly why I was itching to face them as soon as I got to Fontaine. Apparently, the one I'm meeting today, Clorinde, is the strongest of the champion duelists. I had been asking her for some time before she finally agreed to face me today.
Oh, I'm actually very much interested in seeing her in action. I also saw that she had electrovision, and I guess, in my infinite wisdom, I'm just naturally drawn to what I'm going to assume is going to be a 5-star Electro woman. Mainly because of the fact that she seemingly was one of Furuna's right-hand women, from what I can tell. I mean, she was there at the scene, right? Although she's probably not going to be the equivocal thing to your Yai Mikos, your Al Haithams, your Ningguangs, and what have you, as far as like the nations go. We've yet to see like another Hydro 5-star look-alike. It might be Neuvillette, actually. Yeah, it might be him. That would be the equivocal thing to your Al Haithams and all that, which would make sense, actually, because he's basically like the judge, right? And Furuna's just really overseeing the entire thing. But dang, I'm actually really looking forward to a lot of the characters' releases that we've seen first hand. While I know Linny and Lynette are already in, I unfortunately have to pass by Linny for the simple act of I don't know how many Primogems are going to be able to scrounge for the Hydro Archon and by extension their weapon. If I didn't want to try and get their weapon too, I could probably do that, but then I also want to wait and see if there's other characters that may hold a higher impression for me, because there's always reruns, right? Like, if Linny ends up being, like, one of my favorites from Fontaine, well, there's always a rerun for that, and vice versa, right? And I think I'm honestly fine with that. I mean, Samara reruns for the characters didn't take too long either. While Wanderer definitely took the longest, he was also one of the latest to come out, so I'm also fine with that as well. Now, as long as one of the characters that I'm attached to end up becoming a standard banner character that happens to be in between of another, then, you know, because the main issue of that is honestly the weapon more than the character itself, although the character you could just simply never get. I mean, I've never been spooked by a Dia so far, right? Like, on the standard banner when I got 5-star recently, it was a Chi-Chi, and while I didn't get spooked during the Yaimiko banner, the last one, just do know that even if you do lose a 50-50, you might never see that character that you're skimping out on that's a standard banner character. So if there's a character that you're interested in, actually, that ends up coming out as a standard banner one, do know that it's also the ultimate form of FOMO, because you could also just think of it this way. One, their weapon could very well never come back. Tigneri's and Dia's weapon have not reran as of this recording whatsoever. And that's another thing that makes it scary when one of those characters is like what they end up becoming attached to. Not only that, the characters themselves just might never appear. Like, I skipped out on Tigneri. I did want him. For all this 50-50s that I've lost from Samara, I never got him. Now, admittedly, I didn't play every patch of Samara. I did take a break after all. But I did roll on a good chunk of patches, and I would say a good chunk of them I lost 50-50 on, and I still didn't get him, right? Now, I would say the Samara was probably the luckiest time I've been, though. So I actually won more 50-50s than I lost during that time, I believe. The weapon banners were a bit mean to me at times, but there could have been worse things to lose to. Like, I got a Polar Star and I got a Jade Cutter. Several of which, actually, before the weapon I wanted, because I had to go to Epitomize Path for them. But there was worse things to get than multiple copies than those. But that's also picking your battles on when it comes to the gacha, I mean. Anyways, without further ado, boop.
Well, that's Child for ya. Paimon feels like we heard that name somewhere before. Clorand. Huh.
Yeah, when we met the Hydro Archon and Summon Home, of which I'm very interested in, she might be one of my pickups just based on, like, design alone.
Oh, before I forget, I want you to have this.
Granted, I very much expect the characters to be relatively well fleshed out. I mean, Sumeru did a very good job at that. And also, to be fair, I say based off design. I mean, I liked Sino's character. I didn't like the unit too much. That's why I didn't roll for him. I think Sino's the only... No, Wanderer is another I didn't go for. Wanderer is also because, honestly, guy's alright. I like his gameplay. I tried out again with the trial, and I was really thinking about it. But then I ultimately decided against it. Because a part of it would make me feel a bit better about the C6 Faruzan, because he was clearly designed around it. And it's like, well, then you have to roll for a C6 Faruzan to maximize his potential. I'm not even including the signature weapon at this point. And I like to, like, make my characters reasonably strong. Like, I'm not going for C6 5-stars, right? But it's like, well, I also want to use a best well enough, and I don't want to be, like, tethered to, like, Taser or a scuffed national variant, right? So I'd want to obviously use a hyper carry one. And what does a hyper carry Wanderer team use? Oh, I use the C6 Faruzan. Welp. Whoa, what's that?
Huh? Your vision? You're seriously just giving it away?
Yeah, what?
I'm just worried that it could become uncontrollable again. I'd be pretty upset if it got in the way of my duel. So, I think I'll be better off without it for now.
You're not going to suffer any adverse effects?
Besides, I just need you to hold on to it for a short while. I'll come retrieve it when I have some time later.
Okay.
Paimon knows what you're up to. You just want an excuse to come talk to us again, don't you?
Hey, I'm not against it.
Whatever gave you that idea? I'll be in touch later.
Toodly pips.
That sneaky guy. He said he's been feeling down lately, but he seemed the same as ever to Paimon.
I mean, internally, he could be a bit down in the dumps.
Well, since we don't have much to do for now, we might as well walk around and see the city before Lenny's performance.
Under Paimon's enthusiastic leadership, you walk all around the core of Fontaine.
Wow! Who could have seen that coming? The reporter who was barely around for most of the story was the murderer all along!
Hey! Don't blur out, Paimon. It's rude to spoil the mystery for everyone else.
Sorry. Paimon was just surprised, that's all. Whew. Paimon never saw that twist coming. The murder mystery novels here are amazing.
Never thought I'd see the day when Paimon would enjoy reading. What, did Alhaitham change your opinion on books?
The whodunits here in Fontaine are a lot different than the light novels you see from Yai Publishing House. Both have their merits, but Paimon thinks this style of novels are more, well, novel. It's so exciting to reach the moment when the mystery is uncovered, especially in the one Paimon was just reading. You should buy a copy and read it too.
You already spoiled who the murderer is!
Oh, sorry about that. Paimon will be more careful next time. Hey, shouldn't we be heading to the Opera House to see Linny's performance soon? It's almost time for the show to start, so we should get going. Linny said that the Opera House is on Aranias, so let's go ride the Aquabus!
Yeah, but we'll do that next time though, because this was another chonker. To be honest, I'm into. I like the build-up. We've got quite a few interesting set pieces here as far as the crew goes. Like, just Child alone being here already makes it quite a bit more interesting. So, is he the Harbinger that we're going to see this nation then? Interesting to have a repeat though. Oh, waypoint. I was just kind of having a little tootsie-wootsy about. I mean, we still don't have the map officially here. We need to get that part sorted out because, I mean, maybe we'll reach the statue before we reach this. Hopefully. But anyway, folks. Thank you all for watching this here episode of Genshin Impact. And I was going to say we. And I'll see you all next time as we continue our journey through Tibet. Ta-da! For now.